President Biden has been meeting Brazil's President Lula da Silva at the White House. They discussed protecting democracy as well as ways of saving the Amazon rainforest. The two leaders found common ground, but they disagreed on how to handle Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Sofia Beritza has this report.
The first trip to the US for President Lula da Silva since he returned to power in January.
Mr. President, I'm honored to welcome back to the White House. Welcome you back.
Their priority, the climate crisis. Brazil has a crucial role as it's home to most of the Amazon, the world's largest rainforest. When Lula's predecessor, Jair Bolsonaro, was in power, deforestation increased by a staggering 75%. So now Lula has promised to aim for zero deforestation. And he says he needs President Biden's help.
I talked about the need for rich countries to take responsibility and to finance countries like Brazil, which have forests. In South America, beyond Brazil, you have Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, Venezuela, a number of countries that have to look after the Amazon.
But if the leaders couldn't agree more on how to fight climate change, on Ukraine, they have strong differences. Biden has rallied behind Ukraine. He provided aid, weapons, military training. But Brazil has remained on the sidelines, pushing for peace talks instead. But ultimately, the two leaders have quite a lot in common.
We're the two largest democracies in the hemisphere. Brazil, the United States stand together. We reject political violence, and we put great value in our democratic institutions.
Those democratic institutions, they say, came under threat in a very similar way in both countries. When Biden defeated Donald Trump in the 2020 presidential election, and recently in Brazil, when Lula won against right-wing Jair Bolsonaro. And so the main message that they wanted to convey from the Oval Office is this. The two biggest countries in the Americas have successfully seen off attacks on their democracies and will now work together to fight the climate crisis. Sofia Beritza, BBC News.